Today in Sacramento, California, a jury deadlock leads to dropped murder charges. A Sacramento woman is identified in a tragic boat sinking near Alcatraz, and an escaped inmate is back on the run after a brief recapture in Mexico. This is the City Report with Dean Bark in Sacramento. I'm Dean. Let's kick things off with a bang. First up, the K Street shooting case, where first-degree murder charges have been dropped after a jury deadlocked. K Street is our downtown entertainment corridor, just a few blocks from the Capitol. The defendants, Matula Payton and Dandre Martin, are the two men accused in the April 3, 2022 mass shooting that left 3 women dead and 13 others injured. Prosecutors pulled the first-degree counts after jurors could not reach a verdict, which takes life without parole off the table. Payton and Martin now face second-degree murder or voluntary manslaughter charges. Prosecutors have framed the incident as a gang-related standoff, while defense attorneys say it was chaotic, spontaneous gunfire fired in self-defense. That question, gang confrontation or self-defense, remains sharply disputed. 3 families are still without their daughters, and more than a dozen people are living with injuries from that night. The legal path forward narrows, but it does not disappear. What's the takeaway? The jury's deadlock underscores how difficult it is to reach consensus when violence, group dynamics, and self-defense claims collide in one case. Well, that's one way to look at it. Shifting gears from the courtroom to the sea. Next up, Sacramento woman identified as second victim in Alcatraz boat sinking. Alcatraz Island is that former federal prison site in San Francisco Bay, a short stretch of water that can turn treacherous fast. The vessel was the Volare, a yacht carrying 20 people when it went down on July 14th. 16 were rescued, some with injuries. 2 remained missing until authorities recovered the body of Tandra Lynn Madruga, a Sacramento County resident from Folsom who held a real estate salesperson license. The U.S. Coast Guard and the San Francisco Police Department led extensive search and recovery efforts, and her family issued a statement mourning her loss and thanking rescuers who worked through choppy waters and dwindling daylight. The bay can look postcard perfect and still turn on you in minutes, and this tragedy highlights why seaworthy gear, life jackets within easy reach, and clear emergency plans are not optional on the water. My view is simple. This serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictability of maritime activities, even on familiar waters close to home. Moving on, escaped inmate recaptured in Mexico, released and at large again. The name to know is Miguel Banuelos. He is the inmate who escaped from a Nevada County fire and conservation work camp on July 4th. He was serving a 7-year sentence for drug-related crimes and had a scheduled release in 2028. Banuelos was picked up in Tijuana, Mexico on July 6th and released by a Mexican magistrate on July 10th, and he is now at large again. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, the state agency that runs our prisons, has issued a warrant for his arrest. Most California escapees are eventually recaptured. Officials say about 1% remain at large. Looks like the extradition paperwork missed the bus. This episode underscores a familiar headache in cross-border law enforcement. Arrests can be made quickly, but getting someone back into a California courtroom depends on cooperation, timing, and legal standards in 2 countries. My take: the release of Banuelos by a Mexican magistrate highlights the need for tighter, faster international coordination when an escapee is in hand. Let's pivot to the next story. California leaders condemn Trump's election claims as, quote, ramblings of a mad king. The key figure on our side of the aisle is Governor Gavin Newsom, the state's chief executive, joined by other California officials. They pushed back on former President Donald Trump's assertions of election rigging and foreign interference, claims that have been widely debunked in courts, audits, and by election administrators across the country. Trump's latest remarks were framed to bolster the Save America Act, a proposal that would expand voter identification requirements and has drawn criticism from voting rights groups as a form of suppression. California leaders emphasized confidence in election security and accuracy, urging voters to trust the process rather than the noise around it. In politics, volume is not a substitute for evidence. Disputes over election integrity are not going away, but facts matter. The persistence of debunked claims shows how entrenched misinformation has become. My opinion is straightforward. Refutation by leaders is crucial to maintaining trust in our democratic systems, especially with more elections on the horizon. Last up, Elk Grove's 4th of July crackdown nets $239,000 in illegal fireworks fines. Elk Grove is the fast-growing city just south of Sacramento. On July 4th, police fielded more than 400 calls for service and issued 37 citations. 4 drone units flew 48 missions to spot illegal launches from above. No room for sugarcoating here. The sky was busy, and so were the fines. Only safe and sane fireworks, the kind approved by the California State Fire Marshal, are allowed, and only from June 28th through July 5th under local rules. Anything outside that window or outside that category can cost you up to $1,000 per illegal firework. Drones played a decisive role, giving officers a bird's-eye view that a patrol car simply can't match. The hefty fines reflect a clear stance on public safety and non-compliance. And yes, technology is now part of the neighborhood watch. There you have it. I'm Dean. Tune in tomorrow for more updates on the City Report with Dean Bark in Sacramento.